Yan pala si Ahmed eh. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat po. Opo.
Mag-greet muna tayo, mag-greet. Greet muna tayo, sir.
Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Sa Liza Sabtaniente. Toshikawa Rowena. Okay. Si Serena Labor. Si Erlinda Akiyama. Si Chuask Trading. Lorna Laude. Magandang gabi. Si Jean Jaegers. Si Feist.
Jägermeister?
Opo.
Jägermeister.
Mayan po.
Ayan. Konti lang ba tayo ngayong gabi? Konti lang ba tayo ngayong
gabi?
Attorney? Konti lang tayo.
Marami. 100 po na.
Mas marami tayo kanina, no? Nakapagtataka. Pero, okay. Konting ano lang.
Mabagal na naman ako.
Okay, konting, hindi ka bumabagal. Hindi ka bumabagal. Konting ano lang. Teaser. Why don't you tell them, attorney?
Teaser?
Teaser.
What is that? Ano yata yan? Yun yata yung parang yun yung papalitan ng ticket doon sa sinihan.
I do not know. How does this work? Can you explain, please? How does this work?
As I understand it, dadalhin mo siya doon sa sa cinema.
Okay.
And then the ticket booth will exchange it with a cinema ticket. Yung maliit, yung ticket na merong ganyan, di ba? So you just bring it there. Yan yun. Yan ba yun? Yan nga. Ano ba ang gusto mong gawin dyan, sir?
Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 tickets.
15.
15. Okay, now, di ba, nilagay natin sa teaser for tonight that we will be giving away tickets, okay? This is showing tomorrow, no? This is going to show tomorrow. So please present this stub on the ticket booth, okay, in exchange for cinema tickets. So wala tong date, attorney. Walang date? Wala siyang specific na ano. Okay. So,
sabi daw, fake daw, sabi nung isa. Sabi ni Mary Chris Hernandez, fake daw yan. Fake
okay,
yan.
Meron tayong problema actually. Meron akong problema dito. Kasi, how do we raffle this one?
Raffle?
How do we raffle this one? Diba? Ha? Kaya nga, how do we give it away? Paano natin siya pipiliin?
Because what will we do with it anyway, di ba? If not give it away, what will we do with it?
Okay, ganito. I was thinking kasi of using this one. I will show you, ito, no? Itong ganito, di ba? Si Wheel of Names, di ba? So that we can make, di ba? Now, ang problem ko is di ba, of all our guests tonight, how do we get their names? So that we can put it there. May palakpakan pa, Sample lang yan. Para fair, di ba? Now.
Right.
Pinatay ko. Okay, pinatay ko pa, no? So, what do you think?
Yeah, meron with whatever you plan.
No. How about our, kasi ganito, can someone make Google Forms maybe, no? So that we can populate the, it's just an online thingy. So, sino pwedeng mag-volunteer dyan to make Google Forms that we can post here kung ano yung link, and then people will just fill up their names, and then ita-transfer natin doon, and then we can raffle. Tama, masaya yun. Di ba?
Ibig sabihin, itong ginagawa natin is just kagaya nung kanina, premiere lang ng the things that we are going to do in the future in this live thing that
oo.
So, meron pa tayong gagawin ganito na in the future.
Yes, and not only that, no, para hindi tayo mapagsabihan dito na bias tayo, di ba? Sa mga producer at saka yung mga supporters ng Yes, if you want us to give away
Tips.
tickets to Katips, give us
Oh,
tickets and then we'll give it away. Ha? Hindi to exclusive.
better, better,
Hindi
better
po.
yet, I will buy tickets myself.
Ha? You will buy tickets
I
for
will buy
Katips?
about 10 tickets. Oh, I will buy 10
Tapatan
tickets
natin.
and
Tapatan natin.
raffle it out.
Oo, kasi ito libre. Yes.
We will buy,
Ay,
I will buy one.
oh, hindi.
Hmm.
Hindi kasi ang problema nun, if you buy tickets kasi, may
Hmm.
specific showing yun. Eh, mahirapan yung mga kaibigan natin. Ito kasi,
So
anytime, di
maybe
ba?
we can talk to to the producer and
Yeah.
ask them,
Mana,
we want to buy
mm
tickets. We will pay it and so
Okay.
long as it's open schedule because we want to give it away
I
to
cannot
those
tell.
people who follow us so that we want people to understand your
Mm.
movie.
O, go to chat box, click three dots, participants, then, yeah, oo nga, pero ang problema natin is, I cannot, wait. Si Kuya kasi meron siyang
Ressa.
suggestion. Yeah, I can actually fill it up. Pero ang problema is, there are a lot of people who are not chatting. And unfair naman kung yung nagchat-chat lang yung ating pipiliin. Tama? So that we will
Yes.
be able to post the names, post a link
Iinom lang
that
ako
they
ng
can
kape.
fill up. Oo. Okay. That they can fill up so that others can join, no? Actually, may in-start na ako. I can share it with someone who can just PM me. Tama ba? Marireceive ko ata. Yes, can you send a message to me if you can, no? Okay, my name is J. P. Barelas, Tama ba? Hindi ko alam kung anong pangalan ko sa Facebook. Anyway, or doon sa Mandangkal, you can go there, no? Okay. So we're also tama naman now. This is just in time dahil tonight we will be viewing movie ba to o ano ba to, horror? Itong papanoorin natin, attorney, natin wala ka pa. Lagay kita, ha? Yun.
Oh, mamaya na. Ayan, sige.
Mamaya na. Okay? Sige lang, okay lang.
Hinihintay ko pa yung gamot ko eh. Hinihintay ko pa. Sige, while waiting.
Okay, so introhan lang natin yung ating papanoorin din while we are filling this up kasi mamaya natin to. How to join, yun nga. James, we're actually just figuring out kasi ako, I tried to make a Google Forms kanina. Sorry, first time ko. So hindi ko talaga siya alam kung paano siya tapusin. All we need is just to get maybe the names, no? The names of everyone, yung inyong parang moniker dyan, or whatever it is that called, no? Yung name nyo dyan, and then if mabunot kayo, and then you will respond, then you're still there, and then you get the prize.
Bibigyan ng deadline
Mm.
within which to respond.
Yes, and then,
Kasi para mabigay pa sa iba.
yeah, ganito lang yung usapan. If you're not here, and then Metro Manila lang okay, ganito na lang. Palalamove lang natin, and then COD na lang yung lalamove. Kaya nang bahala doon na. So, yun.
Wala.
Okay, you're still there, So, okay. Sinong magkakaroon ng konting tapang dyan? Lakas ng loob na
Ito yung
magbigay ng...
gusto kong sinabi nito.
Yan. Yan.
Diba? Okay yan. Okay yan eh. Okay.
Yes, Benedict.
That is
Hindi. Actually, ganito.
I like it.
I'd like, how do I do this? Google Forms na, I'll maybe, mag-volunteer na lang. Meron yan, kaya yan. Sa dami nyo naman
Di
eh.
pa po kayo
Please, we just need one
Di pa po kayo
volunteer.
late for it.
Wala pang late. So,
we are just
whoever can
starting.
volunteer, please, just let me know. Because we wanna give it
Gagamot
away.
mo na ako.
Okay? Magagamot daw muna si attorney ng kanyang, ano kaya sakit ni attorney? Parang ata yun sa kanya. Birthday syndrome. Si attorney is going to celebrate his, ilan ba yung sabi niya kanina? 48 daw siya. So magiging 49 na ng aking kaibigan in 2 days.
Hindi, 47 ako, magpo-48 ako.
Okay.
To,
Perspective pala yung
sinisiraan pa ako.
pagbibilang.
Nandito pa ako nanonood.
Oy, tinanong kita kanina, how old are you
Oh,
right now?
Magpo-48. 48.
Sinagot mo ko ng 48 kanina, di akala ko 48
Inom
na
mo na
naman.
ako gamot. Inom na ako.
Okay. And then, yung mga kaibigan natin na walang stars at walang, laki naman yan. Uy, ano ba to? Palitin niya natin. Wala. Okay, so yung mga walang stars at walang ang laki naman nito. Kalokohan. Ha? At, pumasok ka muna.
Yan.
Kunin mo na lang, palitin mo.
Magagamot na ako.
Boom! Boom!
Magagamot na ako.
So yung mga walang stars at walang yan na lang gamitin nyo Yung mga walang stars, walang mga super stickers. Okay. Ano ba itong panonoorin natin? So we've been gathering a lot of new followers or new people joining us in these discussions na ginagawa natin. Meron nang nagpadala ng yan si yan, may super sticker ba ang tawag dyan? Ayun. So para sa wala, pakita ko lang ulit. Natawa naman ako dito. Yan. Ayan. Kaya kung hindi nyo pa nakita yan, wala na talaga. Bulag na kayo sa katotohanan. Okay. Ilagay na lang natin yan sa gitna. Okay. So, sorry tagalin ko muna to. Tagalin ko muna to. Uy, magsalita ka.
Hindi pa ako nakakainom ng gamot sa kakatawa sa'yo. Gago ka. Ayos talaga Oo. Sige. Alis ko na.
Hindi. Uminom ka na ng gamot. Okay, we need a volunteer. Okay, please PM me or give me some Shoutout di malibat. I thought that was going to be very small dito na sa gilid pero hindi. Natatawa naman ako. Ay nako, teka lang. Let me just recover. Pang-copy. Sa mga wala yung mga nandito lang sa Pilipinas nakita nyo naman yung GCash number. Anyway, sino makakapag-volunteer please please. We need a way to get the names or sinong magbigay ng suggestion how to get the names, pwedeng sumali. We'd appreciate that very much. Okay? Now, as an introduction of the video that we're gonna watch tonight, yung topic natin na pluralist and elitist. Okay? Mag-focus tayo doon sa pluralist elitist for now. But okay, sort of review. Democracy is about pluralism. Okay? We do not have any qualms with the idea of pluralism. Pluralism means I know how you people write. I know how you people react. I know how you people understand kung ano yung tama na dapat gawin natin sa ating lipunan, no? And that is to be inclusive, no? Walang lamangan. Yun lang naman ang gusto natin, tama? And tayo na sabi ni Lenny, nasa laylayan, di ba? We can always benefit from fair play. Di ba? Sino ba sa atin ang hindi magbe-benefit out of fair play? And wala akong duda na lahat ng mga nakilala natin over the years, tayo ay nabuo into a community dito sa Luminous or kahit na hindi nga dito sa Luminous but online yung mga isinasantabi ng ating mga kamag-anak, kapatid, kaibigan ng mga dilawan, no? na hindi naman natin sila kinikick out. No? Sila lang talaga, ayaw nila sa atin. Okay?
Hindi.
Most of them, okay? Most of them look down on us. Okay? Um, the point here is pluralism is the correct uh, adjective. Tama
Way
ba?
to go.
Adjective, no? No, it's
Yes.
the correct adjective to describe our audience, to describe our mindset, to describe
Yes.
our advocacies. But
Yes.
within pluralism, there is such a group who are called elitists. Okay?
Oh,
And
yung
this,
pinsan ko, kilala mo to, brother.
sino yan? Ay,
Si Aya, yung pinsan
kuya
ko.
no.
Oh.
Oy gozaimasu.
Ay, arigato.
From, oy gozaimasu. Okay, yun, ito ang tamang term. Hampas lupa. Tayong mga
Lupa.
hampas lupa. No? We've
Slap
been,
soil.
we are, we are considered now as the, ano yung tawag nila sa atin? The populist.
Mahina na naman
Populist.
ang connection ko.
Yes, your connection is quite slow. Okay, I can see it, but you're okay. Your audio is okay. Okay, so sila naman yung nagbansag niyan sa atin, and because they did so, then we were able to work back what is their basis or what is their ideology. No, okay, now let's hear it from the boy herself. Oh no, not the boy, the girl herself. Boy ba ang girl?
Boy. Girl.
Girl.
Mukha lang siyang boy. But she's
Girl.
biologically female.
All right. And Filipina. All right, let's just establish this, huh?
Yes.
Filipina.
We are
Kasi
willing
most
to
of
grant that she is Filipina.
yes, meron kasi tayong mga yung ito si ano
Yung.
daw, yung. Oh, hindi ginagaya ko lang para tama yung ating context sa ating pananalita. Okay.
Yes.
Again, now we need a volunteer. Okay, now mahirap kasi pag inisip nyo, we're just ascribing mga statements to her or pinipintahan lang natin siya ng masamang kung ano-anong akusasyon, 'di ba? Kasi yun yung yun yung dating. And it is documented yung ang tindi, pati United Nations dino-document kung gaano tayo daw karahas sa babaeng ito.
Imagine that.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Yan ang gusto ko. Ito. Mga
Ay,
guwapo.
maraming salamat kung Jesus
Die.
number
Die. Kini
number
guwapa.
na
Guwapa man nila. Guwapa.
Ay, guwapa kayo.
Guwapa. Okay?
Oy, guwapa.
Now, all right. So let's do some intro. Oh, music. It's just an ad, hindi natanggal. So So out of respect for the okay, out of respect for the
Similar trends
author.
in the United States that liberal democracy, this trickle-down effect didn't trickle down. And so there's great unsatisfaction, which then can be fueled by a populist leader.
You see that? That's a populist leader. All right.
Leader.
When was this?
That's what
When did it? When was this published? This is very recent. Okay, very recent. Just last month, July. All right. So
Teka
this
muna,
new
yung attribution natin, attribution.
attribution. Okay. This was
Sino
produced
to?
by.
Tina-type ko na ngayon. Okay, dictate mo.
Okay. Ito, hindi nakalimutan ko.
Sige,
It's a
Creative
university.
Commons na lang muna.
No. It's a university. It's an interview with a professor from a university. Okay, and this was published on the internet, supposedly to educate about the evils of populism in this country. And tayo ng mga populist, wag magalit, walang ganyanan, no hate speech.
Relax
Okay,
lang.
kasi relax lang. Horror movie nga itong panonoorin natin. It's a horror movie, okay? Hold on to your seats. All right, let's play a little bit more.
Right? And what it does is it creates an us against them. very, very dangerous. Us against them is rewarded by social media, so it creates this very harmful feedback loop.
What are you willing to sacrifice for the truth?
Aloha, I'm Robert
Yeah.
Perkinson, a professor at the University of Hawaii and coordinator of our Better Tomorrow speaker series. And our guest today is Maria Ressa, co-founder and CEO of The Rappler, a fiercely independent news outlet in the Philippines. She scarcely needs introduction, but it's worth noting that her career traces a long and historic arc. She got her start in journalism during the Yellow Revolution that drove Ferdinand Marcos from power. She's about to return to the Philippines now under the rule of Marcos's son, Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Mahiya naman siya. Yellow Revolution
Diba?
daw siya yung ano?
Siya daw yung
Ah?
pasimuno nun. Wow! Baka murahin
Wag mo
ka ni
naman.
Cardinal Sin yan.
Joma, gagalit naman sa'yo si Joma Season. Ngiti-ngiti
Oy,
pa.
Cardinal Sin. Si Cardinal Sin.
Huwag na yun, patay na yan. Yung ano na lang yung buhay, si Joma. Di ba,
Joma.
yung Yellow Revolution, wala kang kinalaman. Doon nag-aaral ka pa sa Princeton nun, day.
Style nitong babaeng to, grabe. Tapos
Maria
nakangisi
worked
pa
at
siya dyan
CNN
sa
for
ano.
many years as a correspondent and a bureau chief. She's written 3 books, including one just about to come out, aptly titled How to Stand Up to a Dictator. She was on the cover of Time magazine as a Person of the Year. For no crime other than reporting the truth, she has faced multiple criminal charges and faces the prospect of imprisonment upon return to the Philippines.
Wow!
Wait.
Wow, ha? Wow, ha?
Wait, Oh.
Wait.
Okay. This one, this statement from this professor, okay, this is an international, piece of fact. Truth. Hindi siya
Truth.
haka-haka. They know this to be true, okay?
Mm.
And this is the danger that we are talking about, all right? Ano ikaw, attorney? Totoo ba yun na
Oo.
meron siyang ano?
Ay.
She's at risk of going to jail for life when she comes back.
Oh, without any charges, sabi. Ay, truth talaga ito. Truth. Itong professor na to ay nagpapaniwala siya sa truth na yan. Very
Okay,
dangerous.
Okay, hindi namin pinapasikat si Maria Ressa. Si Johnny, no? In fact, what we are trying to do here is expose what we do not know here in the Philippines na dun pala sa labas ng ating bansa. Her word is
Ganyan
truth.
ang sinasabi niya. Mm.
Okay? And it is affecting you, me, every one of us, your families, your friends, because this is affecting everything. Trade, everything. Foreign investments. Mas matindi pa to sa constitutional impediments.
Yes,
I
foreign
should
relations.
also mention that last fall, Maria Ressa won the Nobel Peace Prize. Maria, it is an honor to have you with us.
No, it's-
Aloha.
Aloha, it's great to be here.
Welcome to Hawaii. You must have been told this story 100 times before, but how did you find out that you won the Nobel Peace Prize, and what did you do?
I was actually on a live Zoom with the 2 other news heads. So it was Southeast Asia, independent media in Southeast Asia, and we were maybe an hour in, and then my phone was, we were here, and then I saw my phone start to flash, and the number said Norway. And I was like, okay. So at that point, we were in the Q&A, so I just messaged quickly to say that, I'm going to take a call. I left the video on, and I muted myself. I took the call. So it's very funny because I think the Nobel guys recorded the audio, and there was video, right? So it was, but of
I
course,
see.
oh my God, who expects that, right?
Okay, wait.
Oh my God!
Okay, wait lang. Why are we playing this part? Okay, this part is not the controversial parts, but out of respect for the attorney, no? We're playing it whole
Tama
para
yan.
hindi nila sasabihin na china-chap-chap natin.
Oh,
Right.
na
And,
slice natin siya.
Yes. And for you guys, no, please do not just judge na just because these are lies, we're not supposed to
To listen to it anymore.
to listen to it anymore, no? So, okay, ito, mga comments na to, no? This is true, but we have to bear it because if we do not face this, ito yung sinasabi, how do you face your problem when your problem is your face? Ma-high blood ka talaga. So, uminom muna kayo ng yung inyong sublingual dyan, kung meron pa kayo niyan. Ha? So,
Tama po yan.
we have to face this because this is truth for the international world, not just the community, the world.
I actually thought that I knew I had been nominated, but I didn't expect to win. And I thought, oh my gosh, they tell everybody who wins before they announce it.
But they don't.
They don't, apparently. So
Right.
it was, it was Olav who was on the phone, who I got to meet later, but he told me, I think the only thing I kept saying is, oh my God, because I'm rarely speechless, but I was speechless,
That makes sense. I mean, you've received a lot of well-deserved accolades, but a Nobel must be life-changing. Has enough? How is it changing your life, or do you even know yet?
I think it's, it's still that that painting, the Scream, Edward Munch. It's still that way to a degree, but the world has gotten so. I went from being. It was difficult already to begin.
Tuloy lang. Bumagal ako.
Okay, wait. Sorry. When Barack Obama got, okay, sorry. When Barack Obama got his Nobel Prize way back, it is in his site. It says there that he was given 1.4 million dollars. Okay, so this girl is about 100 million peso richer. Or no, 50 million, 75 million peso richer. And wala tayong naririnig na kahit anong charities or whatever.
Yeah.
Before the Nobel, but after the Nobel, it's gotten much worse. Look, at 4 months after Dmitry Muratov and I were given the award, Russia invades Ukraine, right? And then we have elections this year. There are more than 30 elections this year, and part of the problem that I see is I think we have to question whether we have free will now with the kind of insidious manipulation that is happening on the platform that delivers, the world's largest delivery platform of news. So how did it change my life? I was telling you this, Robert, it's like before I'm a journalist, I run Rappler, we're trying to keep up with both technology, with building community, with continuing to do hard-hitting investigative journalism at a time when all the incentives go against that, and you actually have to do a lot more just to stay in the same place. Well, I feel like this moment is, I didn't answer your question. How is it? I've been under 2 oceans of water just doing Rappler, and then another 2 oceans came on top, and I have to be thankful for it, but it reminds me and shows me how much worse the world is getting and how much more we have to do.
What has it meant to share this prize with Dmitry Muratov, and what he's been going through since Russia invaded Ukraine?
Novaya Gazeta is essentially not publishing in Moscow, right? He's been personally attacked. I think the last time the Nobel Prize was given to a journalist was in 1935 to Karl von Ossietzky. He was supposed to receive the award in 1936. He couldn't travel to Oslo because he was languishing in a Nazi concentration camp. So here's a Nobel Committee giving it to journalists 85, 86 years later, and then we see what has happened to both of us. I mean, in Hawaii at 4 in the morning.
But ominous legacy.
Yes, well, we're both facing shutdown in many ways, right? So
you're under new threat just now, I understand. What is the status of the Rappler as we speak?
I think it's really hard to say because it almost feels like we're on quicksand. And this is kind of what I told our team yesterday. Our lives are
madilim.
breaking news. You have no idea what will happen next. The stability that you expect from rule of law in a nation, or even stability of something simple like do unto others. This is not there anymore. And so how do I, in less than 2 years, I've gotten 10 arrest warrants. This is my 36th year as a journalist. I have maintained the same standards and ethics that I.
Attorney Ahmed,
Really?
paki-help. Di ba?
Oh,
Paki-explain
talaga?
what happened there.
Okay. Ulitin natin because
Okay, okay, yeah.
it got
Yeah.
so
Status
it got so
of the
brazen
Rappler as we
Medyo
speak.
na-shock ako
I think it's really hard to say because it almost
Hard
feels
to
like
say.
we're on quicksand. And this is kind of what I told our team yesterday. Our lives are breaking news. You have no idea what will happen next.
Teka muna, tama ba to?
Supposed to receive the award in 1936. He couldn't travel to Oslo because he was languishing in a Nazi concentration camp. So here's a Nobel Committee giving it to journalists 85, 86 years later, and then we see what has happened to both of us. I mean, in Hawaii at 4 in the morning.
But ominous legacy.
Yes, well, we're both facing shutdown in many ways, right? So this is.
You're under new threat just now, I understand. What is the status of the Rappler as we speak?
I think it's really hard to say because it almost feels like we're on quicksand. And this is kind of what I told our team yesterday. Our lives are breaking news. You have no idea what will happen next. The stability that you expect from rule of law in a nation, or even stability of something simple like do unto others. This is not there anymore. And
Alright. Tinatanong siya, what's going on with Rappler? What's going on with you? You are facing some ocean being dumped on you. Sabi niya, itong buhay namin parang breaking news. Hindi mo mape-predict. Bigla ka na lang gugulantangin. Sabi niya, wala na daw yung hindi na raw siya makaka-expect ng stability from coming from the principle of rule of law. Okay? Wala na daw doon. At saka even to something as simple as do unto others. Okay? Parang sinasabi niya dito sa Pilipinas, the principles of rule of law, which is a democratic principle, a time-honored democratic principle that if it does not exist, it is not being observed in a nation, it is not a democracy. It is an anarchy in the negative sense. Magulo, chaos. At similarly, ganun din ang description ng isang community because nations do not observe the do unto others dictum. Do unto others is what rule of law is all about in a democracy. But to apply do unto others to a democracy is misplaced. So you only say na, sinasabi niya na, o sige, pagpalagay na lang natin na hindi na nation tong Pilipinas. Kahit na hindi na to nation and it's just really a community of wayward people, wala na rin silang ino-observe na any kind of rule of morality. Na kahit na do unto others, na sinabi ni Jesus Christ at saka ni Confucius, ay hindi na rin yan ino-observe dito. Oh, hindi napakaganda. Totoo yan. Sige, tuloy.
And so, how do I? In
Hey,
less
hey.
than 2 years, I've gotten 10 arrest warrants. This is my 36th year as a journalist. I have maintained the same standards and ethics that I have from the 1986 until.
Okay, pause
Happen.
ko na.
Pause.
I've had 10
Ma-
arrest warrants.
oh,
That
maybe
is
that's true.
That is probably because I had my arraignment, my very own arraignment, postponed 15 times.
No. That's not the one. Okay. That's true actually. Ang nangyari kasi diyan is itong may mga kaso siya na nadagdag maliban doon sa kanyang kaso na cyber libel. So nadagdagan pa yun ng isa pang kaso ni King which King himself withdrew. May mga kinaso pa si Cusi sa kanya, 4 ata yun tapos meron pang isang taga Quezon City na nagkaso rin sa kanya and then nag-withdraw. But we do not know the details of these cases, lalo na yung kay Cusi. No?
Okay,
And why
but
they
in the
withdrew.
beginning, and in the beginning, this guy said, without any charges, di ba yan yung sinabi niya, without any charges, you are,
Makukulong na siya.
you stand you're facing the danger of going to jail without any charges. And yet here's JP saying that there are actually other cases that were filed by other people other than King.
Yep.
And those cases probably led to that would have been the reason why 10 arrest warrants are issued on this woman, because she probably just went around this country doing crimes.
No.
Otherwise,
These are cyber libel cases, yung 10. Okay? And they were dismissed they were not dismissed because of
they were withdrawn.
If you go to Rappler, the details are there. Okay, they were withdrawn by the complainants. But the exact cause of action is not clear, no, dun sa Rappler account. We do not have any reason to make kalkal because Cusi has his own mind. But para hindi po masyadong ma-high blood yung ating mga dyan, I'm putting a link. Okay, I'm putting a link here in our chat.
Put it.
Okay?
Ito sa itong tumatakbo.
Okay, dito. No, ito para clickable. Dito sa chats. Okay, and I will put it in the banner also.
Okay. Right.
Kasi mahirap pag tumatakbo, no? Lahat ng gusto
so while you're typing that,
lahat ng gusto, okay na, it's there. Lahat ng gustong mag-sign up, please do anong tawag dito? Just click that link, sign up there, dagdag nyo lang yung name. It's an open doc file which I can see later. And yung lahat ng names dyan, kukopyahin ko dun sa ating mahiwagang tambyolo at mamimili tayo ng winners para mamaya sa magkakaroon ng tickets to MIM. Ngayon, kung nandun kayo abroad at nanalo kayo, maaari naman na ang ibigay nyo na number or address na padadalhan ay nandito sa Manila. So, okay lang.
Mag-anak nyo.
At maaari din kayong magpadala ng GCash. Gusto mo i-flash ko yung GCash natin dito na pakalaki.
Ito na naman tayo.
Okay. Ate, para sa mga bagong salta, no? Para po sa mga walang super sticker, walang stars, at gusto nyo pong, mahal nyo po kami ni Ahmed, ito po ang aming Gcash. Mas maganda pa yung tingnan kaysa kay Maria Ressa.
Paano mo tayo
Panalagyan muna natin.
Ito nung ginawa mo to, maliit. yung ginawa mo to, maliit lang to, tapos biglang ganyan.
Okay. Ilagay natin.
Okay.
Alright. Tuloy mo sila, tuloy.
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 My point lang sana dito is that in the beginning, this guy said that without any charges, you face the possibility of going to jail. And here she is, not even belying that. She does not correct that. But she knows for a fact that there were actually charges filed against her in court. Diba? And they were either withdrawn or maybe dismissed, some of them. But there were charges.
There are charges.
And she does not correct that. She just goes on playing with it.
Okay.
Till today. Now, coincidentally, the end of the Marcos years, and now the beginning of the Marcos years. And that's kind of the arc of my career, right? You take a look. I think the beginning of my career, I was focused on how these kind of one-man authoritarian rulers in Southeast Asia were being shifted out by democracy. Right. So the pendulum was swinging. And then now, I hope it's not the end of my career, but near the tail end, we're back to one-man kind of authoritarian, illiberal types of leaders.
Okay. She's talking about Bongbong, ha? She's talking about Bongbong Marcos, ha? Hindi na yan si Duterte ang kanyang sinasabi. It's Bongbong Marcos.
Anong date nito? Kasi baka hindi pa nga nag-assume si Bongbong nito eh.
No, this was already July, sir. Si Bongbong na ang presidente nito.
I was struck by how aggressive the legal charges are against you personally and against Rappler, but also how kind of flimsy and illogical and sloppy they are. Can you
The word I use,
explain?
well, the word I use is Kafkaesque, right? Like on June 15th, 2020, it was
Ano,
the first
kakameme?
Kafkaesque.
time really they opened the courts
Kafkaesque.
after the COVID lockdown. Of course, we were
Ano
Saglit,
ibig sabihin
saglit.
nun?
Sabi
Ano
niya,
ibig sabihin nun?
Kafkaesque. Si Franz
Ano yun?
Kafka kasi is a
Kafka.
yeah, Kafka.
Yeah, Kafka.
Kafkaesque.
Yeah, I know Kafka. Okay.
Okay,
Akala ko may
alright,
word na
alright.
Kafkaesque. Pero sige, you
Kafkaesque.
for the sake of our
No, I'm eating. I'm busy.
kids, there are kids here eh. Just a little bit of intro on Kafka. Who is Kafka?
Kafka. Hmm.
Who is he?
Yeah,
Huh?
ginuguguhin ko pa.
Oh,
Nakalimutan ko na siya eh.
i-GMG nyo lang daw kung sino si Kafka. Pero yung gustong manalo, ayan yung link oh. Ha? Hindi nyo makiklik yan dyan, pero punta kayo dun sa mga chat, makiklik nyo yon, mag-fill up lang kayo dun. Isulat nyo lang yung name lang, wala na kung hinihinging iba. Yung name nyo na nakikita namin, kung kunwari kayo ay mag-chat, ha? Yung kung ano yung lalabas dyan, yun yung lagay nyo. Walang full name, walang address, walang telephone number. And then pag nanalo na lang kayo, saka na tayo mag-usap ng mga ganung detalye. Alright, para sa ating privacy and data privacy. Diba? Ano tayo eh? We respect the rule of law here.
Okay. Kasi ito
among
si
the first
Franz
cases, so
Kafka.
nobody knew what was going to happen.
Ano daw muna? Sige, mamaya na si Ressa. Sige, ikaw muna. Kafka.
Si Franz Kafka he was a German writer, novelist. He was also existentialist. He was during the time that people were looking at their own depression, their own problems in life, and thought that there is a general principle that seems to envelop Europe, and it's called
Okay.
existentialism.
So how does it apply
Sobrang-
to apply to her problem?
Kasi doon sa mga stories ni Kafka, ang mga protagonist doon ay yung mga taong nalagay sa sobrang contradictory, weird, surreal situations.
So
Na parang
populist.
parang ironic yung buhay
Kaya nga, pero biktima sila ng mga populist. Okay, ganun 'yon.
ng bureaucratic system.
Na populist.
Biktima sila ng isang populist bureaucratic system.
Alright. Okay, itong sinasabi ni Luna na pinapalitaw niya na totoo yung mga sinasabi niya. Okay, warning, hindi po ito nag-iisa. And this is a video form of almost the same rhetoric in written form and sometimes in journal form. Ha? Ganun ha? Journal. Nasa official documents. Kaya
Ng
beware, this is not BS. This is serious stuff because this is now the impression of the rest of the formal international community about what is going on in the Philippines.
But I was, along with a former colleague, convicted of cyber libel, right? What does that mean? Well, it was for a story I didn't write, editor supervised, that was published 8 years earlier. So the statute of limitations for libel should be 1 year. It's 8 years. And then it was
1 year.
published at a time when the law we supposedly violated didn't even exist. That's cyber
That's
libel.
no small matter.
Kafkaesque, right? And everything else, we have 5 tax evasion charges. So 3 buckets: cyber libel, tax evasion, and securities fraud. This is the most recent challenge. But on the tax evasion charges, the government essentially said that we're a stock brokerage agency. So we were reclassified, and then because we're stock brokerage agency, we should pay these taxes for stocks, for selling stocks, which is not what.
But we know for a fact that before we watched this, we already read their articles of incorporation, the certificate of incorporation, and it said there that they were actually a stockbroker corporation.
Wait, I just
here she
fixed
is
the
saying all of this.
share. Viewer lang pala. Sorry, editor. Anyone with the link is an editor. Dan. Okay. Try it again, try it again. Thank you for telling me. Nakalagay pala viewer lang. Sorry. Do it again, do it again. Editor na.
Ito yung
Anyone with the
sinasabi niya
link.
dito.
Hmm.
Sinasabi niya
Okay.
na wala
Three.
pa daw batas ng libel nun.
True.
True yun.
Okay, because the first time that they published it, it was 2012. Hindi pa nag-take effect.
Wala pang cyber libel nun.
Hindi pa siya nag-take effect. Okay. Ang problema is the same article was edited
Came out.
in 2014. No, it was edited. May mga binago doon.
Corrected.
And then, in-upload ulit. Then, nagkaroon ka ngayon ng republishing. And when it was republished, it was already 2014, meron ng cyber libel law. Okay? That is the first cyber libel case. Second, sinasabi niya tax evasion. What is the tax evasion all about? The tax evasion has something to do with the third case she is talking about. They sold Rappler stocks to two foreign companies, yung North Base Media and Omidyar. Okay? Si North Base Media and Omidyar combined, okay, ay bumili ng stocks 10 times the price of one share of stock. Okay? This is what I read in one news article by Business World, published in 2018. Okay? Now, allegedly, 10 piso yung par value. And it was sold at 100 pesos. So, kumita sila ng 90 pesos per. Now, the problem is, hindi si Rappler ang nagbenta nito, but the other company of Rappler called Rappler Holdings. So, itong second company, binili niya ito 10, binenta niya ng 100, so kumita siya ng 90. Now, this company now earned income out of that sale and hindi nila na-declare sa kanilang tax return. That's why they are being filed with this tax evasion case. Okay? Now, the third issue is they sold it to Omidyar. Yung iba nun, and yung kanilang pagkabenta kay Omidyar, yun yung findings naman ng SEC, ay merong kontrata na kalakip. Okay? Na PDR yung binibili ni Omidyar, which we will also discuss in another session. PDR yung binili ni Omidyar, but meron siyang authority, or meron siyang right to be consulted first for any major decision. So dahil nagkaroon siya ng right to be consulted, kahit na PDR, meron siyang exercise of control. And dahil may exercise siya ng control, meron siyang ownership. Kahit wala siyang physical ownership dun sa stocks. That is the finding of the court. Okay. What does she say?
Right. So this is very fundamental, and I don't know why these cases are in court.
Are you sanguine that you can continue operating in the near term?
I think what I know for sure is that we're not going to voluntarily give up our rights. There is supposedly rule of law, and so we will hold the line. We will challenge everything legally, because the main part, and I think this is, until a person feels the force of the state against them, you don't realize how powerful the state really is. I mean, of course, the United States does. That's why the Bill of Rights is there. It protects you from excesses of the states. The Philippines has a constitution that's patterned after the United States. In fact, when we first formed the Commonwealth, the first constitution of the Philippines actually had to be approved by a U.S. president.
Wrong, Maria Ressa. The first constitution of the Philippines was made in Malolos. It was not approved by the Americans. Wrong.
Right. So we have the Bill of Rights the same way, and I guess it's been 6 years. It's been 6 years of these types of, it was first the weaponization of social media bottom up, followed top down by the weaponization of the law. And we're not the only ones, right? When you bend the law to the point that it's broken and you use it as a weapon, you have a senator, Laila de Lima, who spent her 3 years in office basically in jail, right? And all of the convicts who had testified against her have recanted. She's still in jail.
Wow.
Right? So Lots. I mean, look, I think it is incumbent now on every Filipino, and I would actually extend that to every citizen of any democracy around the world, including the United States. This is the time to take, don't
Nagagawin kami ni Ahmed yung pag-post. Narinig niyo po yun,
I
narinig niyo.
realized na, teka muna, pumipindot dito si loko Pagbigyan ko muna. Hindi naman nagsasalita, hindi naman tinutuloy. Sige, tuloy ka, tuloy mo.
Okay.
Tuloy mo.
Anuhin muna natin si Bechay. Pagbigyan mo natin, Bechay. Is this woman really a full-blooded Filipino? No. She is, I think she is full-blooded, yes. There is actually an article about her real identity, and apparently her mother and father are both Filipino. Okay? So, no question about that. Let us not add more to the Huwag tayong magpadagdag dun sa kanyang bala na tinatawag niya mga fake news. Okay?
Actually
Stick to the truth.
kasi, kung iisipin nyo, kahit na hindi siya Pilipino, nandito siya sa Pilipinas, meron pa rin siyang freedom to express, freedom to publish, ganyan. At kung talagang ina-up siya, she still has the right to complain about it in an international forum and including
Okay.
here in the Philippines.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter kung Pilipino siya o hindi.
Okay. Ito ha. So, again. Be careful. Do not underestimate this girl. Do not underestimate this conversation, because this is not the only and this is not the first. This is one of many. Okay? And magalit man kayo, uminom na lang po kayo ng ng inyong pang BP. Okay, tuloy natin. Ano ba yung last na
Tuloy.
sinabi? Ano yung last na sinabi? Na pati si Laila de Lima, no? They are both victims of yung parang she's implying
Bending
that
the law to the point of breaking. Yan yung sinasabi
bending to the
nila.
point of breaking and then used as a weapon. Why?
Weaponizing it.
Weaponizing the law, weaponizing the whatever.
bury
Social
your head
media.
in the sand. This is an existential moment, and we either fight for our democracy or we lose our rights.
We're at the end of the Duterte
I agree with her.
presidency
I
right
agree
now.
with
You've
her.
interviewed him several times.
Yeah, starting from like the late 80s when I was still with CNN. Yes, and
I
then-
asked this question because so many people have asked themselves that about Trump. Like, how did the president, now that you're at the end of his presidency, how did it turn out? How is his legacy different maybe than you expected it would
I don't
be?
think
It's no small accomplishment to have outlived him politically, so congratulations.
But I always said this. Well, again, I think that unless they wanted to do what Hong Kong did, unless they wanted to completely kill rule of law, I'm confident that these charges will get thrown out. But in terms of how President Duterte has done, we've done a whole series assessing. You can see them on Rappler. It's some of the worst governance that we've had. It's a very strongman rule. Within 6 months of him taking office, we essentially watched our institutions crumble. So this is democracy crumbling from within. Not completely unfamiliar to Americans. A Filipino president appoints about 6,000 people, and those tendrils last. So we have a Supreme Court now that's largely Duterte appointed. I think.
Wait. Of course, my dear.
What the
Of
hell?
course.
What the hell?
Because the Supreme Court justices, they serve until their retirement period, and there will be retirees. And of course, who else will appoint them but the president? Right? All right.
And then, sige.
Sige, hindi.
Tapos.
Kasi unless ang ina-appoint ng ating presidente ay kagaya sa US na nag-appoint sila ng mga early 50s, no, where they're able to serve there for until 75 years old, di ba? So, ang tagal nga naman ng isang Supreme Court Justice para mapalitan sa US. Pero sa atin, iba yung ating rules. Okay. And then, sabi niya, crumbling from within yung ating mga institutions.
Yan yung
Okay.
hindi ko maintindihan. Anong basis nito?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, itong kasinungalingan ha. Please, wag po nating underestimate, because this is truth according to the world.
Due
Meron
to
din
the
siyang,
international media.
yeah,
This is true.
not just the international media but even institutions. Okay? Tuloy natin kasi
except for one. So this is, you worry here about how many were appointed by Trump, and you already see the impact of one decision of that, right?
Right.
Well, this is how it crumbles from within.
One of
Lies.
his most notable legacies from the international point of view is the vicious war on drugs.
That's correct. Yes.
You know, the U.S. is also a singularly punitive state. We lock up a greater portion of our citizens than any democratic government ever has. The punitiveness has been more street justice style in the Philippines. What are in the U.S., the roots of it are racism, dysfunctional policymaking, fear. You know, what's driving it politically, and first in the Philippines, and then, how have you reported on it?
I think first how the Duterte presidency happened. First, the spark.
wait, huh? Listen. This is now where we get blamed. Where Ahmed gets blamed, you get blamed, okay? Now, this is the juicy part where social media needs to be clamped down. Okay? This is now her establishing the sin of social media.
Was really social media. It
Hey,
changed
hey,
everything,
hey.
and we can talk about that more later. But the other part is, and I don't talk about it probably as often, is similar trends in the United States, that liberal democracy, this trickle-down effect didn't trickle down. And so there's great unsatisfaction, which then can be fueled by a populist leader, right? And what it does is it creates an us against them. Very, very dangerous. Us against them is rewarded by social media, so it creates this very harmful feedback loop. In terms of President Duterte, our
Ahmed, ikaw ba
Pause, pause,
nag-post
pause,
niyan?
pause, pause. Ako.
Why? Did you feel hurt? Did you feel hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. I am I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I
Di ba?
am miffed. Miffed ang tawag.
Okay.
I would rather call it miffed. M-I-F-F.
Okay. Okay. So,
Bakit? Bakit?
this is
Bakit mo
nagsimula lang pa nagsimula pa lang. Okay, go. You explain yourself.
Hmm?
Explain yourself. Explain yourself.
Okay, I will explain yourself. I explain
Okay?
yourself. Sinabi
Oh, you
niya
explain yourself.
na na there is no trickling down. Hindi raw nakarating sa laylayan ang demokrasya ng Pilipinas. This is what she says about this democracy that she lauds. Okay, she praises as beginning in
To crumble.
1986 yung EDSA revolution. EDSA revolution came from the masses. If we grant it to them, if we grant it to these people, this Maria Ressa, that it was actually a people power revolution, how can she say now that there is no trickling down of a liberal democracy when the EDSA revolution was instigated, was started by the masses, the people who are down there. So how
Mm.
can you say now that there is no trickling down when these people already led a revolution?
Okay.
Di ba?
Ito.
Second.
Oh, sige.
Meron daw, sige, continue.
Sige.
Ikaw muna.
Hindi, ito muna about trickling down of democracy, no? Sinasabi nito ni Ate Christina, no? Na itong
Christina.
mga charges niya, no? 'Di ba? Para sa atin, yung pag-convict sa kanya ng cyber libel, no, is protection of a private individual over an institution
Mm,
called the media, no? And that is democracy.
mm.
But to her, it's different because this is her narrative and the world believes her. And would you know, would you even agree that the United Nations has a document saying that this particular argument that she is using here, that she was charged not by the government, okay, but by an individual, that is fake news, according to the United Nations. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Imagine that.
Us,
Okay, now your second point. Your second point.
Yes. May continuation of what this woman is saying. Sinabi niya rin na ano ba yun? Na nagkaroon ng dissatisfaction daw ang mga tao after the EDSA Revolution because there was no trickling down of democracy. Hindi nila naramdaman ang demokrasya after they took democracy in their own hands and removed a president. Maria Ressa is saying now that they didn't feel any democracy at all. Okay? And
Okay,
then, sabi niya, since they are in that situation now, they depressed sila, they are dissatisfied. And then, pag dinagdagan mo pa yan ng populist, okay, populist president, ibig sabihin, kung ang presidente ay ang kanyang polisiya ay pagbigyan ng poder ang karapatan,
Ang karamihan.
lahat ng tao.
Ang
Lahat
karamihan.
ng tao. Hindi lang
The majority.
hindi
The
lang ang
majority.
mayayaman, hindi lang mga oligarchs, kundi lahat,
The majority.
Lahat.
The majority.
majority.
Oo. Yeah.
Pagka ang majority daw ay pagka daw ang majority ang pinaninindigan at pinaglalaban ng isang
Tayo.
populist president,
Tayo. Tayo.
tayo. Pag pinanindigan daw yan ng presidente, populist siya. At pagka yan daw ang nangyari, ay magkakaroon ng us against them.
Oo.
Paano naging
Why?
us against
Okay.
them when everyone has a right? And now, she is talking about us against them, meaning there are two groups.
Yes.
When everyone is empowered and everyone has rights as equally as the other, how is there an us against them?
There is an us against them, and it is kumbaga supported yung kanilang claim because okay, you have a president saying we want to fight against oligarchs, and fighting against the oligarchy or fighting against the elite is bawal sa mga elitista.
Populist.
Okay? Automatic populist ka na. When a president agrees or alam mo yun, subscribes to the will of the majority na itigil na or tapusin na yung
Oligarkya.
rebellion ng mga komunista. Tugisin na yan, tapusin na yan. When the president listens to that, that's another us against them. Ang gusto nila, come on bro, wali kayo dito bro, usap tayo bro. Ganyan.
May rights
But
yan
again,
sila, bro.
okay, but listen to her, even Cory, even Noynoy na dumaan na dun sa Malacanang, she doesn't even agree that there's still a democracy there. She has a different agenda. Okay?
Idea of democracy.
Hindi ito dilawan, hindi ito nothing that you know of.
This woman is a dominant
Running for president.
in the making. Yes, she's
against
running for
them
president.
were the drug dealers and everyone else. Drugs, before the candidacy of President Duterte, was a number 8 concern. And in his candidacy for president, it became number 1 with the help of Facebook.
Yeah, same thing with
Right.
immigrants in the U.S.
Exactly.
Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
La.
Do what Hong
Ano
Kong
nangyari?
did, unless they wanted to completely kill out how many were appointed by Trump, and you already see the impact of
Nasaan na
one
ba to?
decision.
Nasaan na ba tayo? Ba't nawala?
So this became our us against them.
Did you do anything? Wala.
Baka napindot ko because I was
Okay, okay.
finding my mouse.
Alright,
Let's find the proper
Alright,
time
alright.
signature.
Okay ha?
Driving
Tama ba
it
to?
politically, and first in the Philippines, and then how have you reported on it?
I think first how the Duterte presidency happened.
Wala.
Okay,
Later pa, later.
mo.
Do you expect this to? Do you have any hopes for improvement? Or just maybe tell us and our audience what the return of the Marcos family to power signifies.
Let me be negative first, and then I'll be positive, so that
All right.
you don't get depressed. I mean, and when it happens to us, it comes for you. So the first is that in 1986, the People Power Revolt ousted Ferdinand Marcos, the father, and he and Imelda, his wife. Everyone remembers the shoes, and they fled to Hawaii for the for the record, right? He was accused of stealing $10 billion in 1986 dollars, right? And in 36 years, the very first thing that Cory Aquino, that the new administration did, was to form a government group that would run after the $10 billion, that would reclaim that back for the Philippine government. And in 36 years, the government has gotten back less than $4 billion. Right? So there's like at least 6 billion still around there. Do you expect a Marcos administration to run after the $6 billion? If he does,
Did
Wait,
did
wait, wait, wait,
did
wait, wait, wait.
okay? Did
Wait,
did
wait, wait.
Pinoy run after the $6 billion?
Exactly. So now, this woman is saying that those people from Cory Aquino until Pinoy
Uh,
were supposed to run after those $6 billion, but they did not. But they did not. Now she makes it the fault of Duterte or Marcos pala. This new Marcos, uh, dahil pinangungunahan niya, sinasabi niya, do you think that if all of these presidents did not succeed in recovering the 6 billion na yung sinasabi niya, do you think that this guy would, when he's the son of that guy from whom we should recover that? So nakikita niyo yung sinasabi nito na the failure of all the yellow presidents that she is supposed to be friends with ay sinasabi niya na kasalanan ito ng demokrasya na tinatamasa natin ngayon. And yet, walang nagre-rebelde dito sa mga sinasabi niya na dilaw. She is insulting the yellows in this case. She's
Yeah, she
insulting
doesn't-
Cory Aquino until Noynoy Aquino.
she does
Diba?
sundin ko lang yung sundin ko lang muna yung Oy, ako magrereklamo ako. Bakit 5 lang yung nag-sign up doon? Dahil ba 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lang yung nilagay ko? Akala nyo bawal na maglagay ng dagdag? Dagdagan nyo yung number. Grabe naman kayo. Dinagdagan ko na hanggang 15 na yun. Pero hindi yun dapat hanggang 15 lang. 15 ito na tickets. May raffle tayo sa kalagitnaan. At
Mahaba pa ba itong video na to?
Hindi, baka mag-part 2 tayo dyan. Pero importante at in
Part
7 minutes, in 7 minutes, or let's make it 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes. Magdodraw tayo. Stop muna natin para hindi naman, breathe ba? Huza. Para sa mga na-high blood, relax. O yan, natakpan ko na, nawala na. Paypayan pa natin. Okay.
Part 2 tayo, mag-part 2 tayo dahil
Meron yan.
Pero sige, tapusin natin yung part na to.
Hindi. In
I'd be
exactly
really
10 minutes.
I mean, that would
10 minutes mag-draw
Okay.
tayo.
be different, right?
Okay,
So
that's 119.
the campaign, that's the other place that we look at. Well, when did the Marcos come back? Starting in 1991, there was a spirit of reconciliation, and then we began to see the Marcoses begin to take office again. Imelda Marcos in 1992 ran for president and lost dismally, but she then became a congresswoman later on, right?
And thus
Amy
got
Marcos.
immunity, right?
She doesn't have immunity now, but everyone of the family. Amy Marcos, the sister, she's a sitting senator now. Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the only son and the namesake, is now our president. So So here's the optimism part. You assume that the Marcos family spent this time and effort to try to clear their names, which means I hope that it will mean better governance. If it is vindictive, which it can be, I mean, we're right now at the crossroads. We don't know what the administration will be like. We can read the tea leaves in the appointments, but just like the father, there's a professional economic team, and unless a kind of some lackluster.
Wait. She is saying this now. She's saying that we are at a crossroads. We don't know what this president is going to do, but you have hints what he is going to be like. So that even before this interview, I think, we already saw her saying that kasalanan ito ng gobyerno ni BBM itong pagka-convict niya, pag-uphold ng kanyang conviction by the Court of Appeals. Kasi daw,
In a
ang
separate
gobyerno
statement.
ang nagbabayad sa mga prosecutor. Ang gobyerno daw ang nag-i-employ sa mga prosecutor.
Proof?
At yung mga prosecutor na nag-prosecute sa
Anong proof?
kanya at naging guilty siya, therefore, it's the government.
At
It's the
saka, not
government
only
that
that,
prosecuted her. Natural!
hindi, ang proof pa na pinakamaganda, hindi naman daw si King ang nakasulat eh. Hindi nakalagay doon King versus Maria Ressa, but People of the Philippines versus Maria Ressa. Kita mo? People of the
versus
people daw.
Maria Ressa.
Kaya,
And
gobyerno
therefore,
daw yung tumutugis sa kanya.
kaya kasalanan pa rin ni Marcos itong nangyayari sa kanya. Kakaupo lang ni Marcos niyan. Okay, but here, she is saying, we are at the crossroads. We don't really know what this guy will do. But in that statement about her conviction, she already condemned Marcos and his government for a all-out war against her.
Actually, no po,
really
no.
Good. This is the truth.
Okay, wait lang ha. Pagbigyan ko lang si Joyce. I don't think you need to download anything. As long as you open a browser na meron kayong Google account, it should open, if I'm not mistaken. No? Hindi mo siya kailangan download kasi dyan lang siya sa browser magbubukas. Use Chrome kung meron po kayong Chrome. Google Chrome. It will work there. Pero kung nasa cellphone kayo, pwede ata yung option na gumamit ng parang continue inside your browser. But if not, baka kailangan nyo nga mag-download ng Google Forms. No, that's Google Docs. It's like, safe yan sa Google yan na Docs. Google Docs yan. Right, so, our victim,
Master
continue
appointments,
natin.
the Commission on Audit. The head of that now is the former Solicitor General under Duterte, who was really truly the tip of the arrow in terms of weaponizing the law. So this is quite an interesting appointment, right? The signals are there. But I think we have to give the Marcos administration the benefit of the doubt until they act. But I also believe that we must hold the line because the deterioration of the rights of Filipinos has been, we see it in the media, in the chilling effect. It's not a chilling effect in the Philippines, it's Siberia, So, and it's beyond that. The costs are great for journalists who want to do good journalism.
Lumabas ka.
The journalists who want to do good journalism are us, and she is throttling us.
Oh, Pinoy paparazzi. Okay, if you're not comfortable, you can give it to someone you love or someone you don't like. Give it to Adilawan. Okay. Who knows? You're lucky tonight. All right. Again, konti na lang. 5 minutes. We'll have our draw. She's continuing her tirade, but okay. Remember, this was done before she got her conviction was affirmed by the Court of Appeals. So yung sinasabi niyang give the Marcos government the benefit of the doubt, I don't think he has the benefit anymore.
So TBD.
Fair. And hope springs eternal as it must.
Always, right? Because in the end, where he takes the nation, he takes all of us. And if our economy tanks, all of us will feel it. I think that's the same way. And this is why I wonder about what's going on in the U.S.
Well, that's my next question. So, we flirted with kleptocracy. We're dealing with the after effects of a populist president attempting to stay in power despite losing an election and going to, we're learning, even greater lengths to do so than we imagined. You've long warned that the erosion of democracy in countries with weaker institutions bodes ill for democratic countries with stronger institutions. What parallels do you see between Trump and Duterte and US and Philippine politics?
Lots. Duterte was Trump before Trump was Trump. If you think about it, the style of leadership, us against them, sexism and misogyny that, has given everyone in their societies the permission to be their worst selves in many ways. But look, let me put it this way. It's part of an entire system, right? Like part of the reason both men were elected was the real world kind of unhappiness. And in the United States, it is also like in the Philippines. The presidents we elect in the Philippines are always a reaction to the presidents before, right? So in many ways, a President Obama, who is a breakthrough, also triggers a reaction. It's Newton's third law of physics. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And then you add this very incendiary spark, social media, which actually changes the incentive
Yeah, and may
and the
violate the law
reward
of
stream.
physics.
Right. Well, not only that, right? What does it reward? It rewards anger, hate, lies, right? That's what it rewards. So in many ways, you don't have to explain policy. You don't have to be a good leader. You don't have to heal, which is what we expected of our leaders in the past. You know, one of the reasons we have that first 100 days is because you allow your leader to come out of the campaign, which can be vitriolic, and try to heal, right? And
One hopes.
right, well, that hasn't happened in a while, and in many instances. So I blame the spark that actually it's not a spark. It's like social media threw fire onto kindling. And then the other part is kind of like in Southeast Asia, in my part of the world, and we saw this beginning in 2014. When I was in Indonesia, you know, I was the end of 32 years, almost 32 years of Suharto, was followed by drastic change, 4 presidents in 4 years. And I saw how Indonesians were so bewildered. We wanted someone, this is kind of that nostalgia for authoritarian, for a strongman leader. It's too complex. I don't want to deal with that. I just want to take care of my family. And so they look.
Right, Russia's had the same impulse.
This is the origin of that strongman leader. So what do Trump and Duterte say? They say, I got it. Here's what we're going to do. It's their fault. It's not yours. I'm going to give you better. And we walk into super dangerous territory.
Now
Okay.
it's time to give you something
Uh,
better. Better, better
okay.
tayo, better, better,
Before
better.
we go there, ang
Ah.
sinasabi niya, yung us before them, really is the president, the populist president, the citizens of that country that support him and voted for him. That is why he won. And us is the elitist, pluralists people in this country. So, yan yung sinasabi niya dito, and that is the new class struggle na sinasabi niya. Na dapat ang
Mm.
mananalo ay sila, hindi ang presidente na nag-empower ng karamihan ng mga tao, ang majority na bumoto sa kanya, kundi yung iilan lamang na mayayaman na iniisip nila sila lamang ang matatalino at sila lamang ang magkokontrol ng gobyerno ng bansang ito. Hindi ho yan ang demokrasya na hinahanap ng taong bayan. Iba yang sinasabi ni Maria Ressa if she's talking about representing us in telling the world that there is a democracy, a kind of democracy that we want that we are not getting. She's completely misrepresenting us.
Okay, wait lang. Habang si Attorney Ahmed ay magbibigay sa inyo
Tirade.
ng konting pampalamig ng inyong mga damdamin sa oras na ito. Alright, ako ay papalitan ko yan, ha? Papalitan ko yan nito.
Yan.
Yan. Tapos,
Ito
okay, ganito. Yung ating mga bata dyan na hindi makapaglagay ng pangalan, alright, ganito. Habang magsasalita si Atty. Ahmed, ilagay nyo dito sa comments ang pangalan nyo
Hindi
na
na ako
gusto nyo
magsasalita,
isali
tapos
dyan.
na ako.
Hindi, kasi bigyan natin sila ng time makapaglagay sa comments. Yung hindi makapaglagay doon sa
Okay.
put it in the comments, I'll see this, and then I'll type it in para ma-fill up natin yung ating roleta ng kapalaran. Ha?
Okay,
Sample,
sige.
di ba? Yung ganyan, no?
Okay.
Alright?
Edi, habang ginagawa mo yan, babatiin ko na lang muna
Yes,
SplitX,
Alright.
si Nerla Balbuena, okay, si Luna, Kaz, what
Mhm.
is up, Kaz, si Joyce, si, ano, Joyce Samson. Ito ba si Joyce Oxiano? Are you one and the same person? Si Learn with Teacher Jeff, si Marlene Arcus, si Gleck Ferrer, si Lepe. Si Lepe.
Alright.
Si
Sige, si
Christina.
ano, kay sino tong mga nasa YouTube na hindi nakapaglagay dahil kailangan ng app na additional. Alright, so you just chat it there, and I will just add your names here manually. Okay, just go on,
Oh,
continue,
si
continue.
May. Si May. Ito si May. Ito yung comment niya. Filipino although she talks like it. Exactly. Si Aris Naka sa ibang bansa na lang nagkakalat at kumukuha ng simpatya. Okay, ganito po yan. Hindi po lang ang ginagawa ni Maria Ressa. When she goes out of this country to say all of those truths, according to her, that is not lang. That is an even serious matter than lying in this country. Okay, so hindi
Oo.
yan siya ang mas inferior na bagay para sa ating valuation of things. Yan dapat ang una nating titingnan dahil nagsisinungaling siya sa buong mundo about us. Okay?
But she has her freedom of speech,
Mas malala problema na yan kaysa magsinungaling siya dito sa mga tao sa Pilipinas. Kaya
In
balik na rin natin ang attitude natin about what she's doing. We should not dismiss it. We should not ignore it. May ignore nga dapat natin siya kung dito lang niya ginagawa sa Pilipinas yan because the law will eventually catch up with her. But
No,
if she
not only
does
that, the truth will just catch up with her.
come out.
Diba?
But if she does it outside without the counterpoint of us being able to correct her, to tell her she's lying, to tell the audience that she's lying, she wins that by a landslide.
Yeah.
That is why we cannot ignore her. That is why we cannot just let her do all of these things because she does not do it in this country. No. Even more, there is even more need to be vigilant about the stuff that she says because she's saying it abroad.
Yeah, and
Okay?
'di ba? Kayo mga kababayan
Sure.
natin ng mga okay, yung mga kababayan natin na na mga OFW, no? Hindi natin alam yung epekto nito sa mga foreigners na nag-host sa inyo diyan. Paano kayo titingnan, 'di ba? Lalo na kung makikita nila you were supportive of Duterte, and then now you seem to be happy with your president, and then, di ba? Yung mga kausap ko pala, they're receiving ano pang klaseng tao to, di ba? They will not trust you. So we need to know this narrative because this is not a secluded narrative. Buti sana kung walang nakikinig dito eh. Alright?
Yeah.
Hindi po.
Marami.
Policymakers listen to her. Yun yung nakakatakot. Okay, sino pa yung mga idadagdag ko? Si Kulit-Kulit, Leira, saan ba ako magsisimula? BJ? Okay, wait. Ang dami akong abulin, alright?
Marilu Pakay, address si
Okay,
Ray
Aris,
Archie.
okay ha, wait ha.
Nice.
Wait, how do I do this? How do I do this?
Ray Duque.
Wait lang, palitin ko lang. Hindi, i-dictate mo lang ha, si... Ulit. Aris.
Teka muna. Wait.
Sa taas tayo.
I'm just greeting them. I'm just greeting them. I am not giving you the names. I am not
Kala ko dinidictate mo sa akin.
No. I can't see the name.
Okay. So
I'm
si
just greeting them.
Leira. Okay? Leira.
Hello,
Ilalagay
BJ,
ko lang
Palangki.
dito ha. Ilalagay ko lang dito.
Sharazad Alonto. Hello. Si Jose Silvestre. Emma Andal, Ermo. Hello. Magandang gabi po at salamat po sa pagdalo dito.
Wag po mahiyang
El, Deparata. Good morning po.
Ang hinihingi natin dito is yung nick nyo dyan ha. Hindi yung ibang...
Yung handle.
Sinong gusto ipabati ni Chel? Chel Jock, no?
Sino Chel? Wala natin napabati.
Isali ba natin to? Si Amawan ni Ressa? Baka manalo to. To.
Sige, isali natin.
Isali natin yan?
True lies yan eh. True lies.
Si Truelis.
Si RG
Yung,
Shell, si Aris, Aris Naka, si Kulit-Kulit, si Donald Salaya, si
yung Valdeo.
Sherwin, si Vilnor
Joyce
Tolentino,
Samson.
yes, sir. Si Janine
Teka,
Yadnug, Yadnug.
yung
Si
Valdeo,
J. Manuel,
Joyce
yeah,
Samson.
again, si Marilu Collado Baranda, si Betchay for agonizing now. Why are you agonizing, Betchay? Why are you
Oh,
agonizing? Explain to me. Maybe I can
oh.
help.
Do you have a broken heart? Can I fix your broken heart? Ganun ba
Do you
yun?
have a brother?
Isali si
Maybe I
J.
can help.
Manuel.
Hindi,
Okay,
hindi.
ilagay natin si J. Manuel. Okay.
Siyempre kasama yan. Kasama yan.
Oo, sino pa ang mga gusto? J.
Si John,
Manuel.
John Ramos. Hello, hello. Si
Wait.
Ida Galdiano. Hello, good evening. What is up?
J.
What is up?
Manuel.
Maglalagin na po ako sa
Sino
work.
pa? Sino
Congrats
pa?
po sa mananalo. Bye, Joyce. Thank you for
Oo, pag nanalo ka,
bye.
bigay ko kay
Pag
J.
nanalo ka,
Manuel.
si Joyce nasa ano to? Nasa ano nga ba itong kanyang lugar na pinupunta? Mulanay. Nasa
DJ
Mulanay. Wasap
Balangge.
ng lugar nila. Rudy
Saan yan?
Villarico.
Saan yan?
Sa
Saan?
Mulanay.
Saan
Mulanay.
yan?
That is
Saan yan?
somewhere in Laguna. Ay, Laguna ba?
Ah,
No,
ba't
not
may work
Laguna.
sila ng gabi?
Hindi, baka ang work niya ay panggabi. Like, call center,
Ano?
something like that.
Call center, yeah.
But she's awesome.
Alam mo,
She's
di ba? Ang daming mga taga call center na natutuwa na sila ay safe sa gabi, na poprotektahan ng kapulisan.
Mm.
Hindi tatawagin tayong walang demokrasya.
Tapos sasabihin niya na nag-crumbling daw of the institution from inside.
Oh, sino ba naman ngayon ang turista nga sige, sinong turista ang gustong pumunta sa Pilipinas kung ganyan? Ang naririnig niya. Sino ang nasasaktan dito?
Nagagandahan ako dito, hindi ako nasasaktan. Nagagandahan ako. Basahin mo yung sinasabi niya.
Sumasali ba siya? Yan. What did she say?
Yan nga po ang nangyayari.
Ang amo ko po ay journalist.
Kasi
Dito sa Milan. Oh, yes, Italy.
Opo.
And do you know that Ressa, the family name is an Italian family name. And it's actually the family name of her stepfather. Okay. From Italy.
Right.
Ang tingin talaga kay Duterte ay berdugo. At nung mag-election itong nakaraan, sabi niya, I hope Philippines will have the real democracy. You see, that is the narrative that is inside the head of our Okay, hindi po. Ano na lang, Attorney Ahmed, no? Please correct kasi the more we take this kind of
yung Indonesian issue na yan, it just takes you away from the real issue eh.
Yeah. In fact, baka nga sila yung nagpapaikot niya.
Tigilan na natin yung Indonesia na siya. Baka nga sila pa ang nagpapaikot niya eh. Anyway, yan, hindi na niya alam.
Teka.
Si Marilo,
nasaan na ako? Si
Marilo,
Leira na ba ako? Leira.
Yung pinaparapol ni JP, akin yan.
Ay. Siyempre palakpakan natin si Attorney Ahmed. Okay? Ito, ako lang po ang
sinabi kasi niya, dapat pala dito pinarapol. Ito yun.
Saan?
Ito yun. That is why I share it with JP para doon sa kanyang channel din ay magkaroon din ng ano.
At saka hindi lang yun. Hindi niya kasi alam kung paano din gawin.
Yun. Magkakasama kami.
hindi niya kasi alam kung paano din gawin.
Kasi alam para may ito eh.
Ngayon, nagkaroon na tayo ng sistema and
okay,
we will actually, saan na ba ako? Buti na lang, wala nang nagdadagdag. Okay. Please check if your names are there. I think that's the full screen.
May sinasabi si Clarine.
Kung meron pang kulang, just put it there. Go. Ikaw. Ayan ba yan, attorney? Marilu?
Si Clarine ay si Alex Marilu. Isali mo yan. Isali mo lang yan silang lahat.
Okay. Ito sinasabi niya, no? Si Janine. Royals ng ano to? Anong lugar?
Janine.
Britain? Britain? Okay. Sa isang
UK pa.
head of state, okay, sa isang head of state, actually ito yung ano dyan. You go to the State Department of the United States. Blinken is coming here. You go to the State Department, it's state.gov.ph, and you look at their description of the Philippines, it's actually fair. All right? But the problem there is, yes, the government knows. Yes, their ambassador knows. Ang problema, their population does not. And their government will have to serve the
Oo, at saka yung
population.
mga private companies. Yes.
The private companies do not.
That's right.
What they hear is what they get from the media. So the official channels know that there's nothing wrong with this guy. But the problem is they cannot also just come out and then say, no, Duterte is a good guy. When he starts doing that against the knowledge of their populace, of their citizens, pagdududahan siya.
Their
So
own
why will
citizens.
anyone do that? Well, why will they do that? She's been at this lie for
That is why the question,
since 2015.
the question there is that it begs the question, itong sinasabi ni Uncle JP. It begs the question. The question is, sino ang dapat magsasabi sa mga Amerikano kung ano talaga si Duterte? Di ba tayo? Yun. ang sagot.
And okay, and not only that,
Di ba tayo?
the blame, okay? Hindi siya nawawala dahil wala na si Duterte. Okay? Dahil ang kanyang punot dulo ay social media. Kayo yun, tayo yun. Kaya kailangan tayong sikilin dahil tayo ang problema. Sir, correction po ako. Ano yun? Middle East. Oh yeah, Middle East. Oh, you see? Kings, heads of states, ambassadors, they know the real story. Just like
They
you
know.
and me.
They know
Because
the
their
real
ambassadors are here. They are
Yeah.
able to talk to the police. They are able to get the real picture. But they don't have any responsibility to clear our name to their citizens. Tayo ang nagkukulang in that aspect. And why? Because, okay, I cannot say
Kaya
that
ito
the
ginagawa
former,
natin. Kaya we
the former,
educating ourselves.
yeah, tama, si attorney.
Yeah. Go.
You do.
That is why that is why we are educating ourselves, and some of you who would want to care to listen to us, because it is quite apparent for us, and not only apparent, but now it's incumbent upon us to do this correction,
Okay.
of the international understanding of who we are and what's going on with our democracy.
And I must just warn, okay, I understand yung feeling ng lahat because I feel it too. Na gusto natin siyang murahin sa social media, gusto natin siyang atakihin. Please don't. If you go to my post,
Yan yung gusto
okay.
niyang mangyari.
Yes, she's taunting all of us to go into that kind of direction. But every bit of those comments that you give against her, even the scrotum thing, okay? Andiyan dyan yan sa listahan ng mga evidence or alam mo yun, wait, why she is given the UN Journalist Award of 2021? And nakalagay dun kung gaano siya inaapi dito sa Pilipinas because she's doing her job. So please, try to check on that post which I put up this morning, and the title is I do not remember actually, no, yung meron siyang basta it's about Ressa. We need to start writing like that, positive, na walang hate speech, because they're counting it against us every time we do it. It's counted against us. Now let's play their game. Let's write intelligently. Magsulat tayo ng Tagalog para maintindihan ng ating kapwa. Because we're writing for them to understand this problem. Right? I think we have to make a draw. Meron bang nakalimutan dito? She's pushing us to do that. Alright? O, sige. Para hindi tayo magano. The other half of this video is very, very instructive also because here you will get to hear the game plan. And the game plan is what we need to know. No? So right now, what you have heard so far is how she's presenting it. And ito napakamalumanay nito. There are more grabe na mga descriptions. Ako nga, one time, okay, let's just discuss this muna. Nag-uusap kami ni boss ko. Sabi niya, very bad daw si PRRD. Nabasa niya daw sa news. Sabi, no, it's not true. And then, I explained everything. Sagot niya lang, really? That's bad then. And who was bad? You or the news? Right? So it's good if you have the trust of that person na nagoyo ng media na nagoyo din nitong kwento na to because I believe the real mainstream media in your countries, they're not that bad. All right. Excuse me. Attorney Ahmed, let's do one trial. All right. I cannot see anything. Yan, dito tayo. Ay, nako. Attorney Ahmed. Para sa ano, ilan ba ibibigay natin? Sa unang bola, ilan ang ibibigay natin? How many do we give? 2 tickets. 2 tickets muna, no? Para masaya. 2 tickets. Ay, 3 pala to eh. Para kay... Dan. Sinong nanalo? Ayun, no? Yan na.
Wala akong marinig.
Attorney Ahmed.
Sorry.
Ha? Naririnig ka. I can hear you. Okay. Kasi, okay, naka-off ka. Di ba? Ayun, si Johan na ba? Is Johan there? And are you able to... Wait lang ha. Alright. So si Johan Ahmed, nandyan ba siya? Did he win? Hello? Congratulations, Johan. Where's Johan? Johan? Kailangan ni Johan magano dyan? Ha? Kailangan ba ni Johan magano? Tawag nito? Respond? Or ano?
Kailangan.
Does this get for free?
Mamaya naman.
Okay, mamaya.
Mag-ano ka muna, mag-raffle ka naman ng iba.
Mag-raffle tayo. Okay, ilan. Dalawa ulit.
Dalawa ulit.
Okay, dalawa ulit. Where is that? Okay. And then, i-remove na natin siya para hindi na siya maliit ulit, no? Okay.
Tanggalin mo muna siya.
Okay, another one.
Tandaan lang natin. Aries!
Yee!
Yay, Aries! Palakpakan natin. Nandiyan pa si Aries?
Ay nandyan. College Aries.
Ito muna, bakit nakaturo kay Rin? Tinanggal mo na.
Tinanggal ko na. Naka-ready na yan for the next one.
Si
Okay, ano
Aries, sumagot na ba?
Okay, ulit ha. Ito ay kita na natin ha, may tatak yan sa likod for the authenticity, and this is from Viva Records. All right. How's the lot for Aris? Tama, oh. Okay, next. Another
Okay,
two tickets. Two tickets. Okay. So, game.
Ayun. Si Aris. Ayun, sumagot.
Oh, nandiyan si Aris.
Congratulations sa'yo. Si Joyce! Naku po! Aris.
Sabi natin, di ba, pag nanalo si Joyce, ibibigay natin kay... Sino nga
Ay?
rin sinabi natin?
Hindi,
Let's keep
hindi.
it for her.
Let's keep
it for her. Okay? But let's post it, no? Let's post it
i-post.
para
I-post
pwede
natin.
nilang ma-claim. Okay? But before me, Okay. Oh, bakit? We have a winner. close, remove.
Oo.
Ano remove all
Remove lang.
instances? Remove lang.
Baka
Remove.
2 beses mo siya nilagay dyan. Ayan, meron pang isa,
Okay.
How do you remove?
Hayaan mo lang, hayaan mo lang, hayaan mo lang. Dito ko siya i-remove.
I-remove mo na.
I remove ko muna yung isa.
2
Yap,
beses
yap,
mo
yap,
siya
yap, yap, yap,
nilagay.
yap, yap. Kaya pala nanalo eh. 2 beses pala siya.
Hindi. Chance
Sige,
yun,
ha?
chance.
Yan. Chance. Okay. Now, another win. Another spinner. Dalawa ulit.
Okay. Ayan po.
Sino? Oh,
Green! Yay! Teka, i-ban ko muna tong flagger dito. Sex chat, whatever.
Ay, nako, yan siya. Okay. Marami na tayong winner. So, meron ba tayong?
Tatlo.
Ha? Hindi. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 winners already.
5 winners.
Okay.
Ay,
And then another two.
another 2.
All right. Okay.
This is fun. Shout out,
Uy,
Donald
oh.
Salaya.
Isotrix. Who is Isotrix?
Si Rain. Nandiyan na, sumagot na.
Yes, Rain. Okay. Now,
Hi, Char.
okay. We actually have 4. No. 3 more, 3 more tickets. No? Sa 15. Gawin natin itong grand prize, 3 for a group of 3. No?
Tama. Pwede.
But before that, mag-ano muna tayo, intermission muna, saglit lang.
Permission.
Ito, importante ito. Di kaya ito. Ito.
Tao na ito.
Ito muna, pampahay
This is where the world is, and
Ayan,
that
pampabad trip. Pampabad trip lang. Kayo naman, masyado kayo seryoso. Okay, anyway, seryoso itong usapang Maria Ressa, kaya tayo ay punta na sa ating grand winner. Tatlo. Kanino kaya mapupunta? Teng. Hey, taka. Sorry. Nanalo ulit si Isotrix. Tanggalin ko muna. Hindi ko natanggal. Sorry. Buti na lang. Siya lang yung nanalo ulit. Okay. Ulit. Nanalo na yan siya. Game. Up. There you go. Alright.
Sinong nanalo?
Si Joan
Teka muna.
Bacor.
Hindi mo pinakita yung raffle eh. Yan.
Ha?
John Bacor.
Ay, hindi ba nakalabas?
Si Ressa yung
Sorry.
nakalabas. Ayan. Siya nanalo.
Sorry. Ito yung nanalo. So, in fairness, si Joan Bacor. No, 3 yun. Tatlong ticket. Unless dagdagan mo.
Ayan.
Meron ka pa bang pandagdag dyan?
Baka bukas kukuha ko yung
Abangan natin bukas. So, bukas we'll do the part 2. And the part 2
ilista mo yung mga nanalo ngayon si
yes. Hindi, nakukuha naman yan yung list. Okay? So, si Joan Bacor will have 3. Okay? Markahan ko lang to. And then, ayun. Bukas meron pa ulit.
Sana. Let's hope.
At sana magbigay sa atin yung yung si
yung Katis.
Si attorney.
Kanyada.
Alright. So, kayo, mga friends, just come back. Maraming mga pakulo dito. Minsan, nandyan si Attorney Trixie. Minsan, meron kaming parapon. But every night, meron kayong iuuwing high blood. Yes. Oo. Yun. Ito na.
Ayan.
So,
ayan.
Okay. So, congratulations sa mga nanalo. At ang mga nanalo natin, i-ano ko lang repeat ko lang. I-repeat, si i-repat. Nawala si i-repeat. Kaya, sinong natira? Si... Okay. Ang nanalo... Okay, remove. Okay, who are the winners? Results. Okay, results. Okay. There.
Johan Abad.
Kopyahin na natin yan.
Free.
Alright.
Kopyahin yan.
Copy. Okay. Okay. Na-copy na natin. So, si Johanabad, Aris,
Aris, si
Joyce.
Joyce,
Okay, sino pa?
si Rin, Rian, si Isotrex. Bakit dalawang beses si Isotrex?
Isang beses lang yan. Isang beses lang yan. Isang beses
Isang
lang yan.
beses lang yan.
Yeah.
Hala,
Okay.
hello, Zeffy. Hello, Ruth.
And yung ating tatlong tickets si John Bacor. Now, any of these tickets na hindi mag-respond by tomorrow, we will post this in Luminous and we will post this in Wandangkal by
And we raffle.
by tomorrow night. If it's still not acclaimed, we will raffle again whatever is left. Ganun lang tayo kadaling mag-usap dito. Walang lamangan, walang pluralist lang. No? We are pluralists and we are not elitist. And our very wonderful audience here, they are not sakim. That's why they love sharing and caring. Tama ba ito? Sharing is caring. Hindi. Ang importante dyan yung sharing is caring. Lagi ko yung ginagamit, di ba? Lagi ko yung ginagamit minsan. Wala. Hayaan mo na. Sharing is caring. Is caring. Ha? Sometimes kasi yung mga pinupost natin is supposed to be scaring. Sharing is caring.
Caring. We are populists. Oh, proudly populists.
We are populist. Not populist? Proudly populist. Oy, by the way, sa mga hindi present nung nag-discuss tayo ng populism. Okay, populist. It is not an ideology, okay? It is actually a derogatory word, meaning, Torne, siya ay isang
demokrasya. Anong sinasabi mo?
Hindi, what
sige, handa ka na bang magpatugtog dyan?
Hindi, wait. Para alam nyo lang, baka maglagay kayo ng proudly populist, ha? Okay, don't say that. Isa yung insulto.
Derogatory word. It's an insult.
It's an insult whenever you're called a populist. So, whenever Maria Ressa says populist, whenever it is written that we are the populist followers, it's an insult. Insult.
Kasi
like and share.
Barbarians daw tayo dyan.
The worst than barbarians. And okay, let them say that. Let her say that because the more she says it, then the more natin siya ngayong naiintindihan. Yun yung mahalaga. Naiintindihan natin anong pinagsasasabi nitong babaeng ito. And okay, remember, she's not alone. Wala lang tumatabi sa kanya dito sa Pilipinas, pero meron yan siyang mga kakampi dito. Alright? May papuso pa talaga eh. Sharing is caring. Yes, Luna. It means we love you. Ganon, di ba? Yung puso ba kakabaka? Yan. Teacher Jeff. Nasaan ba si Teacher Jeff? I wanna talk to Teacher Jeff sometimes. Si Teacher Jeff ba ay madalas nating kliyente dito sa programa natin? Sino ba ito si Teacher Jeff? Oo. Ngayon ko lang siya napapansin. Palagi siyang nandito. Is Teacher Jeff a real teacher? I wanna know.
Yes, I think so.
Di ba? I really appreciate it if you are a real teacher in the real world, Teacher Jeff. Kasi teachers don't like this kind of talk. Ano ito sila eh? Mga ano yun sila? Populists. Ooh!
Salamat po, ate nila layo.
Ate nila. Ayun. And then, okay, si Teacher Jeff is, if you are teaching social studies, I used to teach social studies too. Pwede tayo mag-usap. Let's talk about teaching stuff. Pedagogy.
Yes.
Dati
Nasaan na si Rocky? Nasaan na si Rocky?
Rocky? Where is she? I don't know.
Sabi niya single pa daw siya eh.
Ano naman ang gusto mo sa bibig sabihin?
No. Sinabi niya kanina sa comment sa yung sa ating live kanina, ay single pa daw siya.
Ito rin siya,
Naalala ko.
single din to.
Fueled by the technology that connects.
Oh, ay, ang ganda talaga nito, no? Tapos hindi talaga to nagsisinungaling. Truth lagi ang sinasabi nito.
Okay. So this is the kind of facts that come up in the truths that are made out of facts. That is a lie. All right? Because you cannot make up a truth. A truth is a truth. It's an axiom. In mathematics, you cannot change that. Truth is the truth. It is, ano yan? Tawag dyan, attorney? Immobile, ano ba yung magandang term? It is
Mutable.
Immutable, yun, no? Hindi mo siya pwedeng patahimikin, hindi mo siya pwedeng baguhin. The truth is the truth.
Ay, si Jose Silvestre is a
Nanalo
teacher.
ba to? Nanalo ba to si Jose? Okay.
Teacher siya sa Dubai.
I'm a teacher, major in agriculture and fisheries.
Oh,
And
okay.
college yan. College yan.
Kailangan natin yan. Kailangan natin yan dito dahil may trust si Presidente sa mga
Na.
yan.
Yes, agriculture.
Na
Pero,
agriculture.
di ba yung Dubai is desert type, no? Paano kayo
Yes,
nagtatanim
pero
dyan
sila yung ano. Meron.
Meron. Dubai, the Burj, no? Si ano to? Si Prince. They're changing their environment to suit their need. Yun yung linangin ang kalikasan para sa tao. Tama yan.
Oh.
Di yan single si Ressa. Shingle. Alright. You have to watch it again, Ate Nila. You will not
Maraming salamat po, Ate.
you will not miss it for the world. Okay. Hide current comment. Alright.
May sinasabi
Meron
si
ba kayong
Michael
tanong?
Angeles. Meron
Ano?
sinasabi
Hindi
si
ko nakita.
Michael Angeles.
Sige.
From Trixie. Ayan, basahin mo.
Paano? Hindi maliit sa akin eh. Ikaw.
Paano po yung mga internet provider like Converge? Nagbabayad kami ng kompleto kahit advance billing. Sila pero ang service di kompleto. Di ba panluloko yun? Biktima rin kami yan ng PLDT. Kaya naputol kami.
Ilang beses sa isang araw. Okay. Meron actually technicality. And meron yan silang committed information rate, yung CIR or committed service na efficiency or reliability, no? Na certain percentage, nakasulat yan sa advertisement nila. Usually it is 80% I think for PLDT, no? And then there's a minimum. Na kung sinabi nilang 100 Mbps, it actually means it will not go below this much, but up to 100 Mbps, and then at a certain percentage of reliability. If it goes below that, you have an opportunity to claim for a refund for that number of days na hindi nag-comply. I tried asking for a refund from Globe. Awa ng Diyos. Wala po ako nakuha. Pinangakuan po ako, pero wala ako nakuha. Pagkatapos kong paputol, hindi na ako binabalikan. At hindi ko na rin sila makontak. Ito na eh. That is Globe. Pero PLDT, in fairness, PLDT, nagbabalik si PLDT Isang araw na mapuputulan ka ng extra, ibabawas nila. If you complain, you have to complain.
I-credit nila.
Yes, ibabawas nila. In fairness to PLDT.
That's right.
Sino pa? Yeah, we have to be fair, di ba? Oligarko man yung may-ari niya o hindi, kung tama naman yung ginagawa, huwag naman nating lapastangan. I look forward for maliit na asterisk yun.
Small asterisk.
Yeah.
Yun yung fine print.
Nandun yun sa baba. Okay. Sino pa? Meron ba tayong Gen Cars? Anong Gen Cars? Ipaparapol? Malay mo. May mag-sponsor sa atin. Okay.
Ang may-ari ng Jan Cars,
Si
ang may-ari
Kabang?
ng Jan Cars, I think si Kabang yun.
Kabangon. Yes. The owner of DWIC. Mabait na tao po yun. Magaling na tao yun.
Mabait yun, magaling yan.
By the way, for tomorrow, Attorney Ahmed, mag-prepare tayo. because Attorney Nick might join us, so we need to prepare for a three-man show.
Okay, okay.
Right?
No problem.
Right. Yun. And on Thursday, nag-confirm si Attorney, ito, sino to? Glenn.
Senador?
Glenn
Si
Chong. Glenn
Atty.
Chong.
Sentong.
Will join us
Okay.
for Tambayan naman. Tambayan. Thursday.
Okay, okay.
Oh, yun. So, masaya,
Online lang din,
masaya.
online lang.
Online lang din. Okay, yan.
Okay.
Nagbabawas nila sa bill. Lalo na pag you have to, you have to complain because if you don't complain, wala rin silang basis to reduce your bill. Alright, ay na-late na ko. There's always a replay. And what is the topic for tomorrow? Okay. Kung si Attorney Nick ay nandito, ang pag-uusapan natin ay kwentong kababalaghan. Kababalaghan sa tax. Okay? Or pwede rin ghost month. Malay mo, just be there. Kilala niyo si Attorney Nick, di ba? Magaling ko yan. Sana. Alright. Meron pa ba tayong paalala, Attorney Ahmed? Ikaw. Quote mo. May quote ka.
Akong paalala ay mag-share po tayo. Mag-share at like and share. At i-like and share natin itong mga natutunan natin sa mga kapwa natin by telling them to come here and watch us.
Sharing is caring.
Mhm.
Kaya, mag-enjoy po kayo.
Kaya mo yan, Cas.
Meron na?
And-
Pwede na? Music na tayo? Dahil malungkot ako ngayon. Malungkot ako ngayon.
Alam,
pero
salamat
masaya
po.
ako para sa mga nanalo. Ay, eto sa inyo.
Alon ng kapalaran, tumigil na sa iyong pang-aabuso sa akin. Ako'y nasindak ng alurin sa baybayin ng kahirapan at kalungkutan. Ang tindi ng sinabi ng aking kapalaran, wala na akong pag-asa, yurap na aking dangal, wala nang lugar pa akong masisilungan. O alon ng kapalaran, sana'y tumigil na. Ang tindi ng sinabi ng aking kapalaran, wala na akong pag-asa, yurap na aking dangal, wala nang lugar pa akong masisilungan. O alon ng kapalaran,